Hi, I'm Gary, welcome to my channel. Today I'm looking at an old kit from the stash. It's a bit of a special one, the SA-2 Guideline missile in 1/76th scale from AIRFIX. This is one that is on the Holy Grail list for many modelers, and I was lucky to be sent one by viewer Russell Taylor. The SA-2, or SAM-2 as the box calls it, was an early surface-to-air missile made by the Soviet Union. It's famous for its use to shoot down U-2 pilot Francis Gary Powers over Russia, their use in the Vietnam War, and their use in various conflicts between Israel and its neighbours. The first AIRFIX kit was created in 1973. It was subsequently released in new boxes in 1974 and 1975. The kit here is from that very first release. Now, if you enjoy the show, and I hope you do, please remember to let YouTube know by giving it the imperial thumbs up, hitting the notification bell, and subscribing to the channel. It's free and a great way to show your support. So let's make a start with the box the kit came in. So here it is, the box of the AIRFIX SAM-2 missile in 00 scale, 1/76th scale. And this is the 1973 initial boxing, as you can see from the new label there. Piece of Roy Cross box artwork as usual. It's just really, you can tell his work. It's got a certain character to it. It's like action. It's like things are happening always in his pictures, not just pictures of something. But yeah, very nice with the transporter and the launcher here as well. And that's what you get in the box, of course. This long side just it says use the AIRFIX adhesive and these Humbrol paint numbers, of course, which are not included. And there's adverts for other kits like the Series 3 Vegan there. On the other side, the Super Mystère Series 3 Jaguar, which incidentally is going to be released as a vintage classic this year by AIRFIX. As you can see, AIRFIX Products Limited, 1973, made in England. Okay, well, let's see what we get inside the box. So inside the box we have the instruction leaflet, and it is indeed a leaflet. It's only one piece of paper. The parts are in here. A couple of bits that come off the frames, and a decal sheet, fairly minimal decal sheet, let's be honest. Let's have a look at these bits in a bit more detail. So first, here's a couple of frames. There's a few bits that have come off the frames, and I think these are where they belong, but it doesn't really seem to make much difference, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, so this is the frame of the transporter. This is the base of the missile itself. Obviously, these are the side parts of the cab, and this is part of the tractor vehicle here. And then there's a few little bits and pieces. There's a nice little moulded driver. We'll have a look at him in a little bit later on. But there we go. That's the first set of frames. Then we have the rest of the launcher here. This is actually launch boxes, and here the flame diverter here. And here are bits and pieces of things here, all to do with the launcher itself. Then we have the missile body, boosters, some fuel, all of the flying surfaces here, more parts of the launcher as well. Then the base of the tractor unit, wheels, wheel hubs, suspension parts, transmission, and so on and so forth, to make up the tractor and the trailers. The moulding is actually really quite nice. I guess that's because these were fresh moulds. This is the 1973 release, so the moulds are absolutely fresh when these were made. The plastic is pretty good, and the definition seems very crisp. I have no problem with that. I mean, the parts are chunky, but remember, this is before. Let's get rid of that. This is before computer-aided design. So, yeah, all these panels here are raised. I am not going to rescribe these. I'm going to just use them to catch dirt, to highlight where the panels are, or maybe even use some oil staining rather than trying to rescribe all that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not good enough at that yet. But all these parts, they look all right. I'm sure someone's going to make one of these one day with loads of new wires and electrical feeds and this and that and everything else. And I'm not that sort of model maker either. But you know what? These tyres look all right for 1/76. The leaf springs are pretty good shape. So yeah, happy enough with these hubs. Got a nice little detail on them. Yeah, no problem at all with these. The driver character here, it's not actually bad at all. There was a time when AIRFIX could make figures, and this one will paint really nicely, I think. And it's a lot of detail in there in his uniform. We can bring that out. There's detail in his face that we can bring out. Certainly good enough to be behind a windshield and all that. Are those laces in his boots? I mean, it's a really, really nicely, finely moulded figure. Well done, AIRFIX, for this. The instruction leaflet sheet, really, is fairly straightforward. So here we have the history of the SA-2 missile. It's just colloquially known as SAM-2. It's also always known by us as the SA-2 Guideline. It's a NATO code number. In Russia, Soviet Union, it was the V750VK anti-aircraft missile. History in English, French and German, of course, some general instructions. And then on to the actual assembly. For AIRFIX, these are pretty straightforward instructions, slightly sort of exploded view type, but in more steps than probably was the people with more familiar. This is probably quite revolutionary in 1973, I suspect. But everything seems to go together quite well. You can see the logic behind everything. And here with the transporter, and then here with the launcher. This is obviously in the transport position, then you can have it in the deployed position as well. And then you can put the missile together and it sits on the whole thing, and it's all very straightforward. There it is then. It's in amazing shape considering it's so old, but then the first shots from a mould tend to be the good ones. I'm really looking forward to making this, as I haven't made one of these since the late 1970s, and I'm not one of those that believe that old kits just shouldn't be made. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do let YouTube know by giving it the imperial thumbs up, hitting that notification bell and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching today, and goodbye.